Hello guys, welcome to Love for Reasoning. Today I have come up with a very good topic named called statements and assumptions. Now this topic is going to give you very good marks from the critical reasoning. In the critical reasoning you have certain topics which are going to be very important in your banking, CGL, CHSL and as well as some state government exams like SI and constable. So you need to understand what are the basic information that you need to have it from this topic so that you can mark your answers very comfortably. Your examiner always gives you these questions because you are not aware of the conditions, you are not aware of the a proper basic method, so you may go wrong in understanding the question. That is why we have a very good information over here. Now I have brought a definition and as well as the keywords you are supposed to remember, and what are the different models of questions you are going to see in this topic and how to solve them and how to understand them properly. We are going to discuss each and every information from this important topic. Implicit, this keyword you need to understand it carefully. What do you mean by an implicit over here? Implicit is nothing but in this entire topic you are going to understand the question from the point of speaker. Here as a listener you do not have any role to play over here in this topic. You are supposed to understand the information or the given statement from the point of speaker, and make sure you remember one important point, that whatever your speaker is going to say, always believe that is a completely a true information. Take it as a granted information. What I mean by implicit, it is nothing but we are suggesting it indirectly. Clearly we are understanding the question from the point of speaker. You cannot say what exactly is the information he or she got from her brain or from his brain, what is the exact thought or what is the exact idea. You cannot just say it definitely. So that is why we always use the keyword called what? Implicit. In the other areas you are going to say it is going to be concluded or one follows. You can easily mention that keyword, but when it comes to this topic, when you are using this implicit, it is actually meaning that you are not just saying it directly, you are just suggesting it indirectly. That is why this entire topic, whenever you are supposed to mark your answer, we are always going to say it as what? Implicit. Okay, please understand, implicit is nothing but we are suggesting the information indirectly, not directly. And also remember, whatever statement given by your examiner, understand it as a complete true information, even though if at all it seems a bit of different from the original condition. Do not bother, you need to understand that is a completely a true information, so that only you can have the idea of the question and as well as better understanding the what assumptions over here. Definition of assumption. What do you mean by a definition of assumption? An assumption is an idea. It is an idea or opinion of speaker, not yours. You do not have any role in this entire topic. You are just a guest that you are supposed to understand what exactly are the thoughts, what exactly are the ideas are created in the mind of the speaker. You are supposed to understand them. Do not apply your own intention. Do not apply your own thoughts. As a listener, you do not have any right in this topic. The definition clearly states that an assumption is an idea or opinion created in the mind of speaker before making a statement or taking a decision. So please understand, what is it? Assumptions are made earlier, then only your statement is going to be followed. Please do remember this information. First of all, assumption made very clearly by our speaker. So with that assumption, he or she is making a statement. Statement was not done first, assumption was done first. So please understand, everywhere assumption is going to happen first. So based on that assumption only you are going to have the statement. So please do remember, it is created in the mind of speaker before making a statement or any decision. See, for an example, if at all you want to take any decision, if at all you want to prepare for competitive examination, if you want to set up a business, if at all you want to try anything, obviously you take the decision. What exactly goes right, what exactly goes wrong, you make decision only. They are going to have this idea. So that particular idea you cannot define it, because speaker is not our friend, speaker is not our unknown person. A speaker is definitely an unknown person. You cannot identify what are exact thoughts of your parents who actually observing you from your childhood. You're also observing your parents, your siblings from your childhood, and they're also observing you from your childhood. But even though it is not possible for you to identify the exact information from your parents, so that only we are always going to use a keyword called what? Implicit. Observe here, the first model we are going to see is, what is it? Advertisements. Now the questions are going to be based on what? Advertisement. And understand whether, tell me, just we are going to have a bit of conversation so that you are going to have the clarity before doing the questions. I wanted to tell you, see, advertisements are really very important. Am I correct? Why exactly that is important? You need to analyze that information before reading the question, before going through the statement. Please understand the model very thoroughly. Now, advertisements are really very important in this modern era, because it is the fastest route to reach your customer and as well as your competitor, that you are giving information regarding your product to your customer and as well as your competitor. You are trying to create some market for yourself through the advertisement, and it is the safest way to reach your customers and as well as your competitors. You are also giving warning to your competitors, saying that I am also in the line of this so and so business. Whatever business you are going to do, you are giving this information to your competitors, saying that I am also in the same line of business, so you have to be careful with me. And as well as you are trying to collect the data, or you wanted to reach out to your particular customers based on the product. So definitely advertisements are very important in this modern era. Am I correct? And the second point you need to remember before attempting your question, before understanding this model, see, advertisements are made own product. It doesn't mean every person on this planet is going to come and buy that particular product or anything from you. Okay, but you can say not 100% people who are watching that particular advertisement is going to come and take the product from you. Yes, definitely it is not going to happen, but I can say a minimum number of persons, some number of people are going to come and definitely buy your product. Correct? So this is what you need to understand. Always understand, some people are definitely going to buy your product. Not each and every person who is going through that particular advertisement, it's never going to buy them. Correct? Right. And the third important point you need to remember in this particular model is, see, there is definitely a demand for the product you are trying to sell. So let us observe what is the question saying. Join XYZ Institute for Bank PO coaching. So please remember, we are reading a statement. So whatever given in the statement is definitely going to be true. 100%, not 99%, 100%. And do remember this information. Speaker already took a decision, so that only speaker is delivering this message or this statement. The statement is only released after taking a decision, after coming across that particular idea only. So however, so let's observe here. Join XYZ Institute for Bank PO coaching. We provide you 2000 pages of study material. This is the information given by our examiner, and he is promoting his institution by saying that providing 2000 pages of study material. They are trying to say it as much as allowed, and moreover they are trying to create some impact by showing you 2000 pages. Now tell me, What are the assumptions made by your speaker? It is not from your point of view. Your means listener point of view is not going to be considered in this entire topic. Make sure you understand that point very clearly so that you can mark your answers very easily over here. Now the assumptions, we have got a multiple assumptions over here. Assumptions are made from the point of whom? Speaker. Okay, now people prefer a coaching institute which is near to their house. Whether this is an assumption made by your speaker? No, definitely this is not an assumption made by our speaker. Please understand, this assumption was actually made by the student or listener. You might be thinking, yes, this kind of institution, whatever institution which is providing you 2000 pages of study material, as a student you always wish to have that institution near to their houses, but it is never promised by our examiner, it is never promised by our speaker in the question. Is it mentioned? No, he never mentioned or she never mentioned. We do not have any idea of the gender of the speaker itself in the question. How can you say that speaker never promised? When you come and join in our institute for bank PO, we are going to provide you 2000 pages of study material is actually promised by your speaker, but it is never clearly mentioning here that people are going to receive this coaching institute near their houses. Is it mentioned? It is never mentioned. So first one is definitely not going to be implicit. Let us see the second one. The second one says there is a demand for bank PO coaching. Now tell me, this information is also not mentioned by your examiner or your speaker, but this assumption was done by your examiner or your speaker. Definitely this is an assumption made by our speaker. Until unless there is no demand for bank PO coaching institute, why would I set up it? It's my time waste, my energy waste and my money waste. You need to understand there is definitely a demand for bank PO coaching. If there is no demand, why would I set up the institute? Why would I give my advertisement? That is the way you need to understand here. And let us see the third one. What is the third one saying? Some students will join XYZ Institute for bank PO coaching. See, it is clearly mentioning some. It is never mentioned all. Some students, see, when you promote you, not every person on this planet, whoever is watching that particular advertisement is not going to buy your product. We have already discussed this information. So I am clearly saying you, some people, yes, it will be always a hope for you when you are setting up any business. You will have this hope that not every person is going to buy, but some people are definitely going to buy my product because there is a need in the society, there is a need in the market, so that only I am trying to place my business setup over here. So definitely some students will join XYZ Institute for bank PO coaching. Yes, this is an assumption made by your speaker. I can say this is definitely going to be implicit. Now let's observe the fourth one. Students prefer. See, please understand, there is no prefix over here. Students is indicating all students. Students is not indicating some over here, because when there is no prefix, you need to understand the context as what? All students. Okay. Now all, you need to understand it even though it is not mentioned. So let us read our fourth assumption. Students prefer a coaching institute which provides 2000 pages of study material. Now tell me whether this is an assumption made by your speaker or not. Yes or no? This is definitely an assumption made by our speaker. It is directly related to our given statement. Whatever information you are seeing in the statement, you can observe the same exact information in the assumption number 4. The only problem it is always going to create for you, sir, you just told me when there is no prefix, it is definitely all. But not each and every person is going to wanted to have this 2000 pages of study material. Not every student wants to have this 2000 pages of study material. How are you saying this is an assumption made by our speaker? Because it is from the point of speaker. Speaker is understanding according to his or her knowledge. Yes, when I give that advertisement of offering 2000 pages of study material, according to speaker, each and every person is going to get attracted get by my advertisement. This is the thought of your speaker. It's not your point of view. When it comes to listener point of view, obviously you are going to deny it, correct? That is the way your examiner is going to confuse you, because not giving you a particular condition, or the context was not given only to confuse you. So please understand, all students are going to see. For an example, if I ask you to come early in the morning, tomorrow early in the morning you have to come to the classroom by 5 o'clock. According to my knowledge, you people are actually going to come to my classroom by 5 o'clock in the morning, according to my knowledge. But when it comes to your knowledge, you may agree it, you may not agree it, but end of the day, it's not your game in this entire topic. This topic is actually discussing about our speaker. All students prefer a coaching institute, hence the fourth one is definitely implicit. The next model is based on appeal or advice. What do you mean by an appeal? Appeal is nothing but a formal way of requesting. You call it as appeal or advice. It is done for the others, for the sake of others. Advice is actually done, and appeal is clearly mentioning you that it is a formal way of requesting people. Okay, so now observe a clear information over here. A statement: please use zebra crossing while crossing the road. A traffic police. Now who is making this statement? Traffic police is making this statement. Please use. Now you can observe please. This is definitely an appeal. So a formal way of request is clearly available over here along with an advice. What is the advice you are actually observed over here? They are asking us to use the zebra lines while crossing the road. So according to traffic police, when they are asking you to use the zebra lines, what are their intentions? What are their assumptions? Definitely pedestrians are going to use it, correct? Let's observe the assumption one. There are pedestrians who are not using zebra crossing. Yes or no? Definitely yes. You know why? Please understand, why would I release a statement if everybody is following a rule? There are people who are not using the zebra lines to cross the road, so that only I came up with the idea, or I came up with a statement saying that, asking you or requesting you to use the zebra lines. When everybody is following a rule, there won't be any necessary of repeating the same rule. Am I correct? So that is why this assumption was made by your speaker. Yes, there are few people who are not using the zebra lines. Let us make them educate, or let us make them to know that they have to use the zebra lines while crossing the road. So that this assumption was made and the statement was actually released by the traffic police. So first one is definitely a good implicit. It is going to be implicit, right? Let us go with the second one. It is safe for the pedestrians if they use zebra crossing, otherwise it is harmful to them. Yes. Now please understand, I have already clearly saying you that when you are giving any advice, it is the sake of others. It's not going to be helpful for you. It's not going to gain anything to you. Obviously a speaker is never going to gain anything from a given advice. Obviously the listener, whoever takes this particular advice, is going to gain the information. In the same way, when traffic police is asking us to use the zebra crossing, it is definitely for our safety concern issue. So it is safe for the pedestrians. It is definitely safe for the pedestrians if they use zebra crossing, otherwise it is harmful to them. Yes, they thought this information and then only they are releasing this statement. So second one is also going to be implicit. And the third one, let's observe the third one. Pedestrians, again you do not see any prefix before starting this particular assumption. Do you see any prefix over here? No. When there is no prefix, you need to understand the keyword is all, not some. So please understand. So pedestrians will start using zebra crossing after coming across this appeal. Now tell me, pedestrians includes each and every person. Okay, not even leaving one person left behind. No, each and every person is going to be following the rule given by traffic police. Now tell me whether this is an assumption made by speaker or not. Yes, definitely made by our speaker. Again, do not deny this information, because according to the knowledge of traffic police, definitely this is going to be happen. Each and every person on this, whoever observe this particular statement, if they're not going to follow, I am never going to release it. Correct? In the same way, advice is made when exactly you are supposed to advise, when you have that 100% confident that people are going to be obliged or people are going to be receiving it and following it, then only you are supposed to use that advice. Correct? So here also traffic police made an advice. According to them, every person is going to follow the rule. So third one is also going to be implicit. So here your answer becomes only 1, 2, 3 implicit, not follows, not concluded. Earlier in the previous question, what was our answer? 2, 3, 4. Next model we are going to observe here is notice. Please remember earlier what was our particular model? Appeal or advice. But when it comes to the notice, okay, the difference here is to your previous model is appeal was a formal way of requesting, but notice is clearly mentioning you or they are demanding you to do it. And please do remember, we are not going to discuss about the government issued notices. In this model, we are always going to have a private issued notices. So please understand, a notice is actually given in the interest of themselves, not in the interest of others. So please understand, when they have put up a notice, it is actually going to be helpful for the organization, not for the people who are following it. So please understand, earlier when you consider an advice from other person, it is actually going to be helpful for the listener. But when it comes to the notice, notice is actually going to helpful for the speaker, not for the person who is actually following the notice. So let's see the model question here. Employees must reach office 1 hour early for the next 1 week. Who is giving you this notice? Office manager, and asking every person to come to the office 1 hour early. Now let's observe the assumptions. What are the assumptions made by your speaker? Nothing but your office manager. Let's observe. Employees may not come 1 hour early if the notice is not given. Okay, if the notice is not given. Yes, definitely this is an assumption made by our speaker. See, why would I go to office 1 hour early if at all any notice is not given? We are never going to go to the office 1 hour early. In fact, we are actually going to go to the office 10 minutes after it commences. But obviously, there should be some notice or there should be some information, so that only you are going to go to your office or school or college 1 hour early. Otherwise, why would we go? Correct? In the same way, office manager thought, if at all I do not send up any notice to the employees, they are never going to come to the office 1 hour early. So this was an assumption made, so that only he made up this statement. So first one is implicit. It is good for the employees. Now tell me, what is good for employees? As soon as I read this information, I am just going to ignore it. It is going to be very helpful to the organization, not for the employees. So it is definitely not going to be implicit. Right, next let us see. Employees will come 1 hour early. Again, you do not have any prefix, so immediately all employees will come 1 hour early. Definitely this is going to be implicit. Sir, why would they come? They may go somewhere else, they may not follow the order. Why would I give you any notice if at all you are not going to follow any order? Manager definitely thinks people are going to obey me, people are going to come to my office 1 hour early if the notice is given, if the notice is served. Your answer is what? Only 1 and 3 implicit, because it is never going to be good for the employees. You may ask me, sir, they may receive overtime money or they may receive an extra holiday. Is it mentioned in your statement? And moreover, it is not in the pleasing manner in the statement. So the next model is course of action. We do have another topic, course of action, in the critical reasoning. Entire topic is different, but a few information, few elements of course of action you're actually going to see in the topic name called assumption as well. See here, course of action questions are going to have a problem and as well as solution, but the solution should be considered from the point of whom here? Speaker. But when it comes to the original topic of course of action, you need to come up with the solution according to your own knowledge. But now please, as of now, we need to understand the information from the point of our speaker. Now please observe here the statement saying, if you have headache, have a hot cup of tea, Mr. A told to Mr. B. Now try to identify who is the speaker. A is the speaker and who is the listener? B is the listener. Now there is a problem in this question. I mean, there is a clear problem in this question. What is the problem? Headache. And what is the solution offered by our speaker to listener? Having a hot cup of tea. Scientifically, it is never proved drinking a hot cup of tea or coffee, whatever it is, okay, please do remember, your headache is not going to come down. So that is your understanding. Clear? So please observe here, Mr. A is telling Mr. B to have a hot cup of tea. Correct? Let's see the assumption one. Mr. B is suffering from headache. Now tell me whether this is an assumption made by your speaker. No. You know why? Because there is a keyword called what? If. See, it is a clearly not a definite condition. If is what? An indefinite condition. If it is not certain that B is having a headache, solution is what? Having a hot cup of tea. That is what suggested by our speaker. So if you observe the second one, a hot cup of tea will reduce headache. Yes, this is an assumption made by our speaker, but our speaker never got this assumption whether B is suffering. He is just giving us general information. You might be thinking in that way as well. Correct? Right. If the if condition is not available, then you can say first one is going to be correct. So this if condition is going to play a major role in your questions as well. So please be careful. If is an indefinite condition, not a definite condition, so that only our assumption one is ruled out. It is never given that the solution was properly mentioned, having a hot cup of tea. That was an assumption, but not the B is suffering from headache. So that is why this one is not going to be implicit. Second one is definitely going to be implicit. Am I clear? Now, cause and effect. Please do remember, cause is always going to be there. Effect may or may not occur. That is what you need to understand in the cause and effect. Now, it's raining. Okay, this is a statement saying it's raining, hence the football match will be cancelled. Now please understand, hence the football match will be cancelled. So definitely football match is going to be cancelled if it is raining. So football match is going to be cancelled. This is an assumption made by, this is a statement made by your speaker. In the original scenario, rain is never going to cause any bother to football match. It's never going to be stopped. Correct? Speaker is clearly saying it will be cancelled. It will be cancelled. Hence, these are the keywords you need to observe carefully. Right now, assumption 1. Football cannot be played while it's raining. Yes. So that only he mentioned in the statement will be cancelled. Will be cancelled. He is pretty much sure football cannot be played while it's raining. So first one is going to be implicit. And the second one, what is it saying? Rain is the only reason for which the football match get cancelled. Please do remember, this is not going to be implicit. Rain is not the only cause. It is one of the given cause. Now observe here, what is the cause in the statement? Raining. What is the effect it showed? Obviously match gets cancelled. But please, because of rain, match is going to be, okay, the football match is going to be cancelled. It was mentioned in the statement, but it is never mentioned rain is the only thing is going to be stopping the match. Is it mentioned in the statement? No. But when it comes to the second assumption, only keyword is precisely mentioned so that I can eliminate this assumption was not made by our speaker. Please observe, rain is the only reason. No, there will be 100 reasons so that a match is going to be stopped. Correct? There will be. It is not the only reason. It is one of the reason. Here also it is mentioned in the same way. It is raining. So it is raining, the match will be cancelled. If at all earthquake is happening, match will be cancelled. There will be so many reasons. But you cannot say rain is the only thing that can stop the match. It is never given in the statement. That was not assumption made by our speaker, so that only second one is not going to be implicit. So our answer is what? Only one implicit. I hope I am clear. So these are the 5 different models. Now based on the information, based on this basic knowledge, we are going to use the same information when it comes to the questions in the statements and assumptions.